Hey everyone, have you ever noticed that some days it feels harder to manage your emotions than others? Maybe you're feeling generally more irritable one day and find yourself getting into pointless arguments over silly things. Or perhaps the next day you feel so on edge that a small stressor like a spilled cup of coffee sends you into a panic. Most of us have experienced days like this, but did you know that there are actually a few factors that influence how you feel from day to day? And understanding these factors can help you better manage your mood. Let's dive in. First, let's talk about something called your emotional baseline. Have you ever heard of it? This refers to your natural level of intensity for emotions, whether they be good or bad. For example, some people naturally feel more anxious than others, while some people naturally feel more cheerful. Knowing where you fall on this spectrum can help you take control of your emotions, because then you won't be fighting against your natural disposition. Instead, you can work with it. So let's say you naturally feel more cheerful. You're more likely to experience positive emotions like joy and contentment throughout the day. That means it's easier for you to experience happiness and excitement rather than negative emotions like sadness and anger. But if you naturally feel more anxious, you'll experience more negative emotions like irritability and worrying, even in situations that most people would find pleasant. For example, you might feel on edge when you're around large groups of people, which makes being at a party or a social event stressful rather than fun. There are many factors that contribute to your emotional baseline, including your genetics, life experiences, and personality. So do you know where you fall on the emotional baseline spectrum? Take our quiz to find out. For each question, choose the option that best describes you. How do you normally feel when you wake up in the morning? Energetic and happy, or B, sluggish and irritable? Do you prefer to be alone or in a group? Alone, or B, in a group? How do you handle surprises? With excitement, or B, with anxiety? When you make a mistake, do you feel disappointed, or B, panicked? Do you think that your emotions change rapidly, or B, stay constant? Which of these statements do you agree with more? Life is enjoyable, or B, life is stressful. If you chose mostly A's, you probably have a higher emotional baseline, meaning you naturally experience more positive emotions. If you chose mostly B's, you probably have a lower emotional baseline and naturally experience more negative emotions. Once you know where you fall on the emotional baseline spectrum, you can take steps to improve your mood if you tend to feel more negative emotions. Don't try to fight it by forcing yourself to be happy all the time. Instead, acknowledge your feelings and take the time you need to process them. It may also help to practice mindfulness and focus on the present moment. Some people naturally feel more negative emotions, so don't beat yourself up for not being able to just shake off a spilled cup of coffee. Allow yourself time to cool down before addressing the situation. On the other hand, if you tend to feel more positive emotions, try to use that to your advantage. When you're feeling good, take the opportunity to do things that make you feel even better, like spending time with loved ones or doing activities you enjoy. You can also use that energy to tackle tasks that require a lot of focus and positivity, like planning for the future or working toward a goal. Remember, there's no right or wrong way to feel. We all have different emotional baselines, and it's important to respect and accept your own. So what's your emotional baseline? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to click the like button and share it with a friend. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and as always, thanks for watching.